This is how I found out. He didn't initially tell me first.
Oh, come on.
You didn't. I learned about it on freaking social. The girl said she had receipts. She was gonna send it to the shade room, and I came to you and I told you.
Same. What's your priority? For me, it's always been my family. It's always been God first, then family, then everything else. And that's why I chose dentistry, because I wanted to be a wife and a mother. I didn't want to be on.
This is how I found out. He didn't initially tell me first. You didn't. I learned about it on freaking Sosai. The girl said she had receipt. She was G to send it to the shade room, and I came to you, and I told you. I'm tell you, Dr. Heavenly Kim's is no stranger to drama, whether she's clashing with classmates or sharing her tough love. She always knows how to keep everyone talking. But lately the drama around her has reached a whole new level. Rumors are flying about her husband Dr. Damon Kimes, and these aren't your typical gossip stories. There's talk of a younger white mistress, and it's got the Married to Medicine fans buzzing. On top of that, some of Dr. Heavenly's past comments and actions are starting to seem a bit off. Things like her views on C-sections or her thoughts on creatine and sugar are making people raise their eyebrows. Stick with us because things are about to get wild, and you won't want to miss a single twist. For Dr. Heavenly, it's all about priorities, and for her, it's always been her family. For Dr. Heavenly, it's all about putting God first, then family, and everything else after that. She chose her career because she wanted to be both a wife and a mom without having to be on call all the time. She made it work by setting her own hours, working just 3 days a week, so she could still. It's the same. What's your priority? For me, it's always been my family. It always been God first, then family, then everything else. And that's why I chose the industry, cause I want to be a wife and a mother. I didn't want to be on. We focus on the things that matter. She believes if both partners are working, someone has to take care of the home, and for her, that's not something she'd want her husband to do. She feels like he should be out there earning to support the family, which fits with her traditional view of things, and honestly, she doesn't think he'd be happy if he wasn't bringing in a paycheck. But even though Dr. Heavenly always talks about having the perfect marriage, you have to wonder, does it really live up to the picture she's painting? If you've seen Married to Medicine, you probably have your own thoughts about that. Dr. Heavenly is always raving about her husband Dr. Damon Kim. She calls him daddy, and says their connection is unbreakable. She paints him as the calm one who balances her energy. But here's where things get a little weird. Dr. Heavenly has said she'd stick by Damon no matter what, even if he cheated. That's a pretty big thing to say, right? It makes you wonder why she would throw that out there unless she's thought about it. Fans are starting to question if she's hinting at something, plus her constant praise of Damon is starting to feel a bit over the top. Could it be that behind the scenes things aren't as perfect as she wants us to think? We all know that relationships that seem too good to be true often have some secrets, and it looks like Dr. Heavenly's might be no different. Now let's get to the big part that has everyone talking: rumors about Dr. Damon having a younger white mistress. This all started when Mariah, known as the Queen of Receipts, dropped a bomb during one of the show's reunions. She claimed she knew something about it, and ever since the gossip has been nonstop. Mariah has hinted that Dr. Damon might prefer white women, and that definitely got people talking. We all know Mariah doesn't throw things out there without some proof. She didn't spill all the details this time, but her hints were enough to get fans wondering what kind of receipts does she have. Maybe texts, photos, or even proof of Damon's alleged cheating. The fact that she didn't share anything made everyone start guessing, and social media went wild. Some fans think Mariah kept the proof to protect Heavenly's marriage, while others think she's just keeping the drama going for future seasons. But it's not just Mariah who's stirring things up. Other cast members have dropped hints that Damon might not be as innocent as he seems. No one's directly confirmed the Mistress rumors, but comments from people like Dr. Contessa Meal suggests there's more to the story. For instance, Contessa made a comment about mixed babies. She didn't name Damon, but it definitely made fans think she was throwing shade. Plus, social media is buzzing with theories, and fans can't stop speculating about what might really be going on behind the scenes. Some people think Damon's quiet nature is just a way to keep attention off any shady stuff, while others feel like it means he's hiding something. Then there's Dr. Heavenly. Whenever their marriage is mentioned, she gets super defensive and shuts down any rumors or criticism that only makes people think she might be trying to cover something up. Right now, the Mistress rumors are still just rumors, but with all the claims, sirs, cause we argue, I'm sick of it, man. I'm trying too hard. You're trying for the I see we've been acting like this for what, 6 years? It ain't always right. I'd be the first one to say if you could forgive flying around. And Heavenly's own comments about cheating, it's hard not to wonder if there's some truth to it. The big question is, will the receipts ever come out? And if they do, what will that mean for Dr. Heavenly and Damon's perfect marriage? But wait, this story gets even crazier when you start connecting the dots. Let's talk about a couple of moments from Dr. Heavenly's past that might seem small at first, but could hint at some bigger issues in her marriage. First, there's the story about the frying pan Dr. Heavenly admitted she once hit Dr. Damon in the head with a frying pan early in their marriage. She said it was because he came home late after hanging out with his frat buddies, but think about it, why go that far unless there's something more going on? She mentioned she was cooking eggs when it happened, which raises some eyebrows since it sounds like Damon didn't get home until the next morning. Fans are wondering if the frat buddies were just a cover for what he was really doing that night. Then there's the spaghetti joke. Dr. Heavenly once joked about putting something special in her husband's spaghetti to keep him from leaving her. She said it in a funny way, but it definitely made people raise their eyebrows and wonder what's really behind that comment. For those who don't know, there's this strange old rumor about women using bodily fluids in food to make love spells. Whether Dr. Heavenly was joking or not, it's definitely a wild thing to say. It's made fans wonder if she might be willing to go to crazy lengths to keep her marriage intact. And we can't forget some of the comments from other cast members, like Dr. Contessa's remark about mixed babies. She named anyone, but it was pretty clear she was throwing shade at someone in the group. Add that to Mariah's hints, and it seems like there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than we realize. When people start talking about Damon's type, it makes you wonder if there's more to the story. Even if these comments were here, you know what I'm saying, your mama don't mean anything to me. It's very surface, it's very petty, it's very childish. She know I didn't mean that, so y'all can take it wherever the hell y'all want to. Just offend during heated moments. They've definitely got fans curious about what's really going on at this point. It's time to stop whispering and start talking openly. Damon's going to have to address all of this, and just be honest. When you put everything together, the frying pan incident, the spaghetti joke, and the shady comments, it's hard not to see a pattern. They all point to deeper issues in Heavenly and Damon's marriage that they've been trying to hide. Whether it's cheating, control issues, or something else, it's clear their relationship isn't as perfect as it looks. And while we're on the topic, let's talk about Dr. Heavenly and her double standards. If you've watched even one episode of Married to Medicine, you know Dr. Heavenly has no problem calling out everyone else's relationships. She's quick to accuse Mariah of lying about her husband's loyalty, and isn't shy about dragging Dr. Simone over her marriage issues. Heavenly always has something to say about others, but when it comes to her own family, she's a whole different person. She's super protective of her husband and kids, and works hard to keep up a perfect image. Any talk about problems in her marriage gets shut down, and if someone challenges her, she gets defensive really quickly. Fans are starting to notice this medicine coming on. We got to talk about that too, cause it was a lot of going on. I did not pee personally. I did not like. I didn't like, and I ain't scared to say it, man. I must say this, and I'm going take it back. I'm going give double standard. Look at her relationship with Mariah. Mariah help Heavenly get on the show, but Heavenly hasn't shown her any loyalty. Instead, she's constantly attacking Mariah's credibility and dragging her name through the mud. The kicker, Mariah is one of the few people who actually calls Heavenly out on her behavior, and that really seems to get under her skin. The hypocrisy doesn't stop there. Dr. Heavenly is known for being upfront, but when it's her turn in the spotlight, she dodges taking responsibility, whether it's brushing off rumors about Damon or downplaying some of her own questionable comments. She's really good at deflecting. This double standard is why fans are starting to pay more attention to her relationship. When you spend so much time tearing down other people's marriages, it's no surprise viewers start looking for flaws in your own. And with all the rumors and past incidents, those flaws are starting to look like big obvious problems. So are these rumors true, or is it just another case of reality TV drama getting out of hand? Let's break it down. First, there's the rumor about a younger white mistress, something whispered by castmates and fueled by Mariah's famous receipts. While Mariah didn't fully reveal her proof, the suggestion alone has kept fans talking. Then there's Dr. Heavenly's own behavior, like the frying pan story.